Good morning, good afternoon and good evening everyone. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to episode number 5 of Glory Hunter, and we have moved homes again and we have moved into the home of the Gunners. We are now the Arsenal manager. Let's go straight into it because there's been a little bit happening over the summertime since I left AS Roma, and in fact actually just a quick recap of where we're standing at the moment. So as you'll see from the board, we have ticked off the Taça de Portugal and obviously the Portuguese Premier League in our first couple of seasons with Sporting Lisbon. Unbelievably managed to win the Serie A title, unbeaten season again with Roma, so that one's nicely ticked off. So, and now a few opportunities have arisen over the summer period, so I started touting my name around. Namely, and this was very, very weird, Real Madrid came up, and I went for it. I had an interview for it, and I got pipped. Admittedly, by one of the all-time Real Madrid legends, that was Zinedine Zidane. But even weirder was the fact that Zidane was the Arsenal manager, but if we have a look here, he was only manager for 191 days. And Real Madrid came calling, obviously, and he decided to go. So that left the opening of Arsenal for me. So I immediately put my name into the hat for it as well. And I got the interview. And literally only been in the job 28 days. As you can see, 7th of August here. I joined 10th of July. So it was a little bit awkward because it didn't give me a lot of time. It only gave me a month really to sort of do any transfers and things like that. But boy oh boy, the contrast between Roma and Arsenal on how these clubs are run is phenomenal. Arsenal extremely rich, Roma extremely poor. Admittedly, I did get a bit of transfer budget to continue at Roma, but I thought to myself, the job opportunities don't come up for the big clubs in the Premier League that often. I did go for a Liverpool one a couple of seasons ago. I didn't get that, probably because I didn't have enough experience. Also, I've got the Arsenal one here now, and the squad that they have got is phenomenal. And the fact that they haven't won that much with this squad, and the vast majority of the squad is still the same as it is in real life. You got Ramsdale, you got Gabriel, Saliba, Declan Rice, Ben White, Kieran Tierney, Zinchenko, Kivior, Odegaard, Havertz, Martinelli, Nelson, Smith-Rowe, Saka, Ranieri, Gabriel Jesus. It's all the players that you still expect there. And you look at the star ratings, absolutely incredible. Well, obviously they have brought in a few players before I arrived over the past few seasons. One of them being one of my all-time favourite wonder kids on the game, Master Antoine, from Argentina, brilliant player. They obviously signed Gyökeres from Sporting Lisbon, who's another former player of mine. But I have made a couple of transfers myself. As I said, financially wise, I think I got given something like a £230 million budget and asked if that was okay in the interview process. Was that okay for me? Yes, I think it was. Massive wage budget, zero net debt. There is a little bit of original debt from a bank loan still ongoing, but it's not going to make that much of a difference. So yeah, transfer wise, I came in, I've only made 2 signings, but sales wise there has been a few players go out. Now I'm going to put it in date order because these ones at the top here, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Eddie Nketiah, they left before I came in. But if I rearrange it, I have, since I moved to the club, which was just before Robbie Brady, here is one of my youngsters. So, starting from the bottom, Robbie Brady, one of the youngsters, he's gone out on loan. Kingsley Coman was at Arsenal, but I decided to sell him. 31, 32 now, so I thought I'd get a bit of money. Newcastle paid nearly 50 million for him. Quite happy with that. Santiago Heze and Fali Maliu, a couple of players I'd never heard of, but I managed to get 20 million for them. Rural Walters, another young wonder kid, he's gone on loan, and one of the other big ones was, funny old thing, selling a player to my former club, and that is Stanislav Lobotka. He's gone for 24 million. So I was quite happy with that. But I did bring in a couple of players. I didn't feel the need to spend massive amounts of money on bringing loads and loads of players in, because frankly the Arsenal squad just does not need it. Just need a little bit of tweaking here and there. So I brought in another left back, one of my favourites, Matteo Ruggieri, and he's great all round, great left back, 25 now at this point in time, so I'm very happy with that. And I decided to bring another striker in because Jesus, as good of a player he is not an out and out world class striker. I want to bring in the beast. That is Samu Emiradian. And I brought him in for 100 million, I think it was in the end. Yeah, 100 million. 9 million plus add-ons on top of that. But physicals on him, Jesus. Scary. So between Jesus, Gyökeres and Emiradian, I think we got the attacking lineup absolutely and utterly smashed. Now, I've brought my tactic along with me. That seems to have worked so well for Roma and Sporting Lisbon, so I've changed it slightly. The DM position here, usually I play a ball-winning midfielder, but when you've got Declan Rice on the side, you have to play to his strengths. So I'll put in a DM here, and I'm putting a shadow striker there because I think Master Antoine and Havertz are both absolute class shadow strikers on this game, so that fits them perfectly. But the rest is exactly the same as I usually take around. Staff-wise as well, I brought in a load of new staff, and I am still waiting on a load of new staff because, as you'll see, I've got scouts coming in, under-18s coming in, I've got coaches coming in, bringing Miroslav closer, weirdly enough, and also my old pal Pablo Sainz is coming in as my assistant manager as well. So that's all coming in, and that will stack out the staff side of things absolutely spot on. Very, very happy with that. And also there was one other thing, in the transfers as well. I do have a couple of transfers ongoing. So obviously I signed Ruggieri and Max Finkgraf, who again is a player I've never really heard of. Where did he sign him from? Cologne as a backup left back. And he wasn't going to get any game time. I signed Ruggieri. I've already got Zinchenko as well who's going to play there. So weirdly enough, Atalanta decided to put a bid in. He's going to go for around about 14-15 million quid. And Ferdi Kadioglu is going to go to Real for nearly 55. So more than happy with that. Scheduling wise, competitions, we're in all of them. So we've got Champions League, Prem, Carabao and FA Cup. Friendlies have gone really, really well. I've not played any league games. I've saved to this point, and then I'm going to go onwards and simulate the entire season for that. So, tactically wise, in fact, if I do a best 11 without restriction, this is what it's bringing up, which is quite a surprise. I didn't think it would do that. I thought Rice would go in a DM and Odegaard would go there, but hey ho. But overall, super, super strong team. And if anything, actually, is putting Jesus in there ahead of Almirodion and Gyökeres, which, okay, I may have a little tweak with that. I'll see how it goes through on the simulation of the season. I do come back occasionally and check, like sort of round about the Christmas time point, if any tweaks need to be made tactically. I tend not to do any signings in January, so we'll see what happens. But overall, now I've got the staffing sorted out, I've got a couple of transfers done, I am fully expecting Arsenal to push. Optimistically, I want us to at least get a cup competition done. Ideally the FA Cup, because that's a tough one to get. So if we can get the FA Cup done first season, I'll be happy, and then I can concentrate on the league. So, got to go and simulate it and go and find out what happens. I'll see you guys in a few seconds. Oh my word. I've done it in my first season. I've won the Premier League. Tick that one off the list. But boy, right, okay, I'm going to have to delve into this a little bit because it's not very often that this happens. But 3 teams have all finished on 89 points. Now, generally speaking, it would go on goal difference first, so that rules Spurs out. But I'm joint with Man City, and I don't know what the rules are on that. So let's have a little quick look at this. Who wins? Right, okay, sorting rules. Goal difference, goals scored, and then it's head-to-heads. So, goals scored, 85 to 76. Wow, that's incredible. But hey, that's a Premier League ticked off already by season 7 of Glory Hunter. That is incredible. So, that's 3 Major League titles in 3 separate countries. Done 1 cup competition, but we also have actually a squad here who is more than capable of winning a cup competition, including a European Cup competition. So, let's go and have a look. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, Glory Hunt has been successful for this season. Jesus Christ. I only did the quadruple in my first season as Arsenal manager. I knew this squad would be amazing. I knew it would, but I did not think it would be this good. Beating Real Madrid 2-0 in the Champions League. I mean, that's incredible in itself, but if we have a look at the semi-final, we beat Barcelona 7-3. Quarter-final, we... Oh! You came up against my old club and beat them 7-1. Sorry, guys. Round of 16, Leipzig. 7-1 in the second leg. What? I'm judging by that. We didn't go into the playoff round. No, league phase. We finished 3rd in the league phase. Deservedly so. It ended up in an Arsenal Real Madrid final because 2 of the best teams. We drew against Dortmund and Liverpool. That's stupid. But overall, actually, our fixtures for the Champions League weren't too bad. So we had a pretty decent run in it. But, oh wow, I mean, FA Cup, we'll have a look at this. Spurs in the final. Ooh. How's that feel, Spurs fans? That's nasty. Semi-final, Bolton. Well, that was an easy one. Chelsea. Ooh. 5th round, Plymouth. 4th round, MK Dons. 3rd round, I'm presuming, Middlesbrough. So, a decent run in the cup there, a fairly even run. And then the Carabao as well. We beat Bournemouth in the final. Semi-finals, we knocked out Liverpool, 6-2 on aggregate. Quarter-finals, Chelsea again. Oh, Chelsea are going to hate us. That's 2 competitions we knocked them out in. 4th round, Stoke. And 3rd round would be West Brom. Okay. Honestly, guys, I'm absolutely stunned at that. That is incredible. If I have a quick look at, before we have a look at the squad stuff and have a look at the financial side of things, let's have a little look at my profile. I'm now 4.5 star reputation, which is superb. I've got 8 titles to my name. So, all this has gone up as well. My record is really, really good, and it now it won't stop me getting any job, pretty much. Haven't done that. Winning a Champions League is massively important. Financially wise, this season, another 151 million to spend, which is incredible. And I'll probably sell a few players as well. So I'm gonna have well over 200 million again. I would have thought. So let's have a quick look at the squad. Ramsdale, Mr. Consistent, 65 games this season, didn't miss one in any competition. Nearly a 1 in 2 clean sheets. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Only 53 goals conceded through the entire season. But let's have a quick look see at the goals. So, top of the goal shots. Right, okay. As I said at the start of the video, or near the start of the video, having Jesus up front didn't really sit right with me. So I did come back, I think it was only a few weeks into the season, and I decided to put Gyökeres in that spot permanently, and it paid off. 26 goals in 35 starts, which is pretty damn decent. Saka 25 and 20, 23 and 10 from Havertz is wow. 21 from Jesus, even though he only started 23. 20 from Martinelli. He played 64 games this season. 16 assists as well, 15 and 15 from Odegaard. Emerodion didn't play as much. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, but then again, I did put Gyökeres in. It's a tough one. 21 assists from Declan Rice, 10 from Ben White, 13 from Coyote, who I forgot actually to mention that I did bring him in. I did want a proper right back, not Ben White, and yeah, I did bring him in for 50 million quid. So yeah, that's an incredible season. I'm absolutely stunned at that. I really am. So what do we do now? I mean, we're only 5 seasons in, and that's the European Cup and the Premier League completed. Do I hang around for another season and see if I can win the title again, maybe the European Cup again, to boost my own profile and just make me like one of the best managers on the game, and then it will guarantee that I'm going to get any job that I possibly can? Or do I leave? Let's go and have a little look at the job centre quickly to see if there are any manager jobs available that would pique my interest. Liverpool one? No. Done, completed. So let's have a look in France. France, nothing. Germany, nothing. Don't need to go back to Portugal. Italy, nothing. Spain, nothing really. The Spanish ones, if I'm going to do anything, I'm only going to go for like Villarreal, Atletico Madrid, Barcelona, Real Madrid. Realistically, if one of those jobs comes up. So yeah, there we have it, guys. That's the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching and sticking around. If you did like this video, please do leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel to catch up with the previous content of this, if this is the first episode you're watching. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. I'll catch you later. Ta-ra.